Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Diddy Kong Racing Time Trials Tournament. Today we have another Group D match between NordicBoa and dalerben61, both of whom are coming off of 13-0 victories in their last matches. Alongside me, I'm Dr. Fisher, and alongside me commentating will be Peaks.
Hi.
Okay.
Looks like the band we got here is Space Sally. And we're starting off with Treasure Caves playing.
Yes. This is interesting. I see Nordic already is on drumstick, and so I think Ben's gonna stick to TT for this one. Which isn't a bad pick at all. Quite often, drumstick has some weird handling. He's a little different from TT, where he has tighter handling, but his barrel rolls are better. Like, he gets more speed on his barrel rolls. So let's see how this goes.
Certainly so. I find it an odd pick from Nordic, considering how last night's he performed pretty poorly on this, but it already looks like he's having a better time with this.
Yeah, I do think he really practiced. Oh no! Not only is that bonk really bad because it's plain, I should say it's not the worst bonk. Really, the worst bonk is that window. But Nordic already flying. He has a 15 lap. And Ben had a 19 lap, but then an awful bonk. So I think Nordic should take this with a sub 50, which is just nuts. I say that, and he might not, but he.
He's totally getting it.
Okay, he got the 49. I almost cursed that.
he did a backflip for the fans.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, we'll save that.
Backflip for the fans.
Yes, one of the more difficult things about playing, and Ben does one too for the fans. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go, Ben.
Let's go. Anyways, so lots of times barrel front flips or back flips can happen when you're chaining barrel rolls and you go to neutral stick while the barrel rolls are still going. So you'll just backflip, which is, I believe, what would have happened to Nordic there. Alright, so we have 1-0 in favor of Nordic, with Ben taking the pick. Okay, so we have Ancient Lake Plain, which, another fast plane track. So we are going to have two of the three plane tracks that needs to be played in the first 9 courses, as all 3 vehicles, hovercraft, plane, and car, will need to be picked 3 times each in the first 9, and then after that the last 4 are anybody's pick. It's, even though this is best of 13, so technically it's the first to win 7, they will just get an extra 5 points, but because of group stages we will continue on until every race has been played.
And Ancient Lake Plain here, it is the fastest standard track, and even faster than some of the shortcuts.
Yeah. So Nordic and Ben just both having really good times to start. Oh, but Ben missing that one zipper. Nordic is flying ahead as well. Nordic looking to get about a 10 lap here. Nope, an 11, a low 11, which is really good. Oh, poor Ben, just rough going, and because of how plane works with the acceleration, he's really not holding the 8 button much unless he has to. And Nordic finishing with a 34, so he does get the 10 lap on lap 2. So Ben's gonna finish up with about a 45, which is still.
I was gonna say 34 is an amazing time, and set one try.
Yeah. Yes. So it's now 2-0, and let's see what Ben's next pick will be. So I'll say I think Nordic is likely like the favorite, not only for this match but for the whole tournament. He's just an insanely good time trials player. However, there are a few other top players who I definitely think could give him a really good challenge.
Yeah. Nordic is the favorite for taking this tournament. He is the time trials champ. He's a tyrannical German robot. That's nothing wrong with that though.
No, Nordic's a fantastic player, and then we do see Boulder Canyon as the pick. I like one thing I'll note is that Ben is a very good hover player as well. Nordic's just really good I think Nordic's just really good at everything, even though he might not say so himself, especially being the time trials champion. But this is a course that I know Ben can do pretty well on. So I'm looking to see what he can do here, how close he can keep it with Nordic.
Yeah, Ben, he has some pretty notable hover times. I would say, I would consider it his best vehicle. He's definitely a strong.
I would too. So you see, he's really going toe for toe with Nordic here. I want to see how these boosts go, because that could definitely determine. And Nordic just with some cleaner boosts has been bonked up against the wall, which isn't bad. Like, bonking against the wall isn't bad, but
unless it's like head on.
Yeah, I think when someone's taking it a little bit, like, they're only about they're less than a second apart right now. However, that little mishap with the wood there does put Nordic a few more seconds ahead. Oh,
and Ben.
Yeah, so those zippers are very important, because they help you chain through the section there. And the log's not treating him kindly, but Nordic doing very well. 24 lap on lap 2. That's very, very good. Separating himself by about 3 seconds. Now, a total of about 4 seconds, but Nordic does miss the last zipper on lap 3. I don't think that Ben could conceivably beat Nordic unless the logs treated him very unfairly, but they did not. So Nordic will take this one, but Ben gonna come in with about a 126. Actually, a 125, and that's a very, very good time. I'd like to say that's a PB unless he has been playing otherwise. No, okay, he has been playing, so his PB is much better than that.
I believe his PB is actually like a 123.
Okay.
Or so.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Let's see, what's the next pick? We got Fossil Canyon Plain as the next pick. So, I think some of the picks that Ben's making are courses, especially for Plain. He's just kind of trying to get Plain out of the way with that pick. But also, there is a chance that things could go slightly wrong for him. And that, although we did see Nordic have a really good, but he had a really solid Fossil Canyon playing yesterday against Andy. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, and off we go. Ooh. Oh. So Ben, I think he missed the air zipper, but it didn't affect him too much. He was able to chain pretty well. So both players doing this rather well. Oh, that was not a good barrel roll from Ben, and now he's bonking, and he has lost all his speed, which is what happens in playing. So Nordic missing the ground zipper, but he will just take the 2 to go. So he's flying. He got a 20.35 first lap, which is very, very good. Ben with a unfortunate 27 lap, but I think he's doing better here. And as I say that, he bonks. Very unfortunate. So I think Nordic's gonna finish up here with under a minute, likely about a 58. That's incredible. And Ben's still on lap 3, and he'll finish up. He almost got the triple, but it was a very nice chain between the two. Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have Ben finishing up here with a 117 on Fossil Canyon Plain. He had some pretty bad bonks, unfortunately, but his last lap was very clean. He got a 22 lap. So, yeah.
Wow, Fossil Canyon. Oh, that's a nightmare. I'm glad I'm.
Yeah, Fossil Canyon Plain's pretty bad. It's the spicy pick. So we do have Everfrost Peak car pick from Ben. I know he's been practicing this. It's definitely one of his strongest plane tracks or car tracks. Excuse me. Yeah.
I mean, I would say he has a pretty good plane. Well, no.
All right. I need to step out for a sec.
Well, EPCO, it's definitely one of those tracks where, it feels hard to optimize, but I think it's a fun track, actually. Unless it's in plane. Oh, and Ben bonking on that tree, that... And... yeah. And the jump, both of them making it really well.
Yeah.
But Ben missing the follow is so his first lap is slow due to that tree bonk, and Nordic actually messing up the jump a little bit. Yeah, but Ben figuring it out and missing that zipper again.
Yeah, he's had 2 beautiful jumps so far. And this is a beautiful jump to start the lap. Nordic might have had a little difficulty entering the cave there. He likes to cut it very close, so I wouldn't be surprised if he lost some speed.
Yeah.
See Ben with there's unfortunate bonk. So Nordic with a 111, and Ben's gonna finish out with about a 1. He's gonna finish here with a 117 or 116.
Yeah.
So that was very good. Like last lap, he was very clean, except for the bonk. Like it's just unfortunate because he had 2 really nice launches out of the cave, and they both missed the zipper, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like Nordic was having a bit of a rough time with the jumps, but he still managed to make very well despite that.
Yeah. So we have Spaceport Alpha car picked. Quite an interesting pick, as this is one of Nordic's best tracks, far and away. I guess Ben just really likes this track, honestly. Would be a reason he would pick it. Like I would be more inclined to see him maybe picked like, if he wanted to pick this track, pick it in hover or pick it in plane. But
definitely.
we couldn't pick plane, but we could pick hover.
Yeah, I think hover would be a safer bet for this, because his hover time is definitely stands out more than his code, I would say.
Yeah, Nordic's time. Nordic's 135 holds quite a bit of a gap between him and second, but it's not very, very large, but the time between Nordic and Ben is very large on this track. So Nordic having a really nice tunnel and Ben just being a little slightly slower out of it. Also, I'm not so sure how much I like all the extra amounts of turning, the drifting in the laser room, but I mean, I guess it works. So Nordic with about a 2-second lead, just based off the first lap, coming in for his second tunnel, and Nordic does it very, very well. See how Ben takes it? And he takes it pretty well as himself.
The entry back on land was a bit slow on both ends, but they did well.
Yes.
So like Nordic is getting a 32 lap,
Oh, and he bonks.
and Ben with a 34, which is adds just another 2 seconds
Yeah.
lead for Nordic.
So Ben with a decently clean landing there. I actually didn't see Nordic's. Since he's still going pretty well, I would think it was probably pretty good. But I didn't actually see it. So he gets a 139, and Ben, I think, is actually gonna PB this. It's very likely to get a 144, possible 145, depending on how the numbers go. But I think that's a PB. I would say that's a double.
Yeah,
Unless he has it on another cart. I definitely...
Yeah. Double. Let's go. And he confirms it is
a double. Yeah, that's a very good double.
Last time I saw his old PB, it was actually about 2 seconds close, a 146. So this is a solid improvement from what it was originally, and I'm glad to see that.
Yes, I am glad to see that as well. Glad to see that he did very well on that. So we're gonna see the next pick coming in here. I think we have car. Yeah, we do have like one car. No, 2 cars and a hover left.
And we're
Frost. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So Ben has picked Frosty Village. Wait. Okay.
Yeah. He just entered the wrong.
I was hoping that or I was wondering if he meant to say SV, but he did say meant Frosty Village. So this is a fun kart track. This is the default for the track. It is played in car in the adventure mode.
Yeah. It's up there with my favorite kart tracks, but I'm trying not to be too biased.
I like this track quite a bit. This is one of the few tracks that Nordic doesn't have the world record on. I believe Giz has the world record.
Yeah.
But let's see how we're going from here. Oh, Nordic already almost done with his first lap. I think Ben had a really rough time at the beginning.
The times are actually not.
Oh, their times are way out of sync.
Yeah, so.
Which might just come as a factor of the system that's being used for restream, but it's all good. Oh my gosh, Nordic getting a lucky bounce. So I don't think they're that far apart, but I do see that the laps were about 7 seconds difference.
Yeah.
So
Ben had a rough first lap.
Yeah.
Nordic having a really solid first.
Yes, and a pretty solid second lap, minus like just bumping around a little. So he's likely to get just, wow, 108.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess it would be a 108, because it did land on the 107.98, which is very close. So that's just a very good time.
If it was on the 107.98, that would be 108.01.
Okay. I guess. That's weird that it would go up so much.
Probably ended up at approximately 108.02.
Probably. You're right. Oh, okay. And Hot Top Volcano Hover, which I like. I've actually this track has kind of grown on me. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people dislike it, but it's grown on me. Yeah, it is difficult. It's quite difficult. I know Nordic likes this track as well. So I'm very. Oh wait. Oh, wrong vehicle. There we go.
Better get like about to get like a minute flat and wonder what happened.
Yeah. I was looking at the PB of 45. I was like, I don't think you can get a 45 in hover.
Dude, you can't even get a 45 in the standard plane.
No, that's Nordic shortcut time.
Yeah. Wanked second.
Yep. To Ohio?
Yeah, to
Okay.
Ohio.
So let's see how these players take this section, how well they do. I think both of them will be okay. It would be quite unfortunate if one of them bonked off. And they're both kind of flirting with it, but neither of them falling off. And then here comes a tricky part of trying to grab bananas. I don't see how many Nordic get. I want to say he got 9, and now Ben has 8 as well, so they're only 1 banana apart.
Well...
Or am I mistaken?
Well, you're not looking at the banana count. Nordic got 7 on the first lap, and...
Oh, he has 7!
And, Ben got 6 on the first lap, but now they're bananas.
That's a little that's because it's a little bit deceiving for me because it cuts off part of the it cuts off the banana parts for me on the restream. That's just my end. So
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me on that. Now Nordic has 8. Picked up that extra banana.
Yeah, they
Now-
both have
and
8 right now.
Now Nordic picking up another one that was laying on the edge there. But both players doing very well, honestly. Nordic getting, oh my gosh.
Nordic making that boost really well, and Ben
Ben
doing
doing-
the same.
Yeah, he did it well. 120 to 125, very close. So just Nordic with a much faster last lap. That was the last lap really decided it. Like I could have seen it if Nordic had issues that Ben could have actually taken it.
You wouldn't like think it's close, but this is Hot Tub Volcano Hover, and getting like those times, I would say, in one try is Toad, and though I don't think Ben was particularly happy considering what it was. And
Oh no, I was mistaken. We have a hover left. It's Pirate Lagoon. So that's good.
Pirate Lagoon, a really fun one. It focuses more on boosting rather than snaking. So
Yes. Boosting and turns. It's a fun track.
it's definitely a track where you can learn hover movement.
So Nordic's gonna have more bananas because he did pick up a couple, but they are pretty even. Ben opts for those bananas, but he doesn't do very well to grab the extra ones that he wants. However, they both have nice boosts there. So Ben with a 20 and Nordic with a 19.
Exactly 1 second apart.
Yeah, and both having nice boosts this entire time. They're very. I think Nordic has over 10 bananas, but once you hit over 10 bananas, nothing, like, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, kind of a rough boost there for Ben. He only got it at 20 laps, and Nordic separates by about 2 seconds. And I think Nordic's gonna finish. Nordic's just gonna finish up here, unless he doesn't. Yeah, he got a very nice boost, so I think both players. Okay.
Yeah. Nordic getting a 6 and a 1 try, very impressive, and Ben getting a 101 and a 1 try is also impressive. I would say both performing very well on that.
Yes. This is a difficult. It's like this is one of those tracks on 1 try where you could do some things rather wrong, like just messed up and just have a bad time because of it. Like the ramp, the last boost is extremely important and it can go very wrong. Missing the first or missing the second hover zipper can be very bad. So with Nordic at this point being 9-0, when he hit 7-0, he did get the extra 5 points. And so Ben is just gonna pick Whale Bay. He's gonna stick to hover.
And it looks like, yeah, whale bay. This track is really good for learning how to use zippers and maintain your boost very well.
I would agree.
Yeah, and it has a lot more snaking than Pyrolytic and less turns. So
And one factor that I think will play in will be how they take the last section. That is quite difficult. I'm not sure if they. It looks like I know Ben got 3 bananas off of the start. I'm not sure how many Nordic got, but I think they're just about tied up. Oh, and Nordic missing the first,
and
missing that last boost, which is very important. However,
Yeah.
he is catching up decently fast. He's just so good at sneaking, but Ben also a very good player. So let's see if
Ben,
something else can
Ben's
happen.
ahead.
Yeah, and he's doing so well. He is just taking the right line and everything. Nordic is right on his heels though. So let's see. Oh, a nice whale from Ben. This is literally gonna come down to the end. Ben might actually get the point. He's gonna get the point. Nordic had a not so good boost.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Ben has taken a point off.
PB.
And a PB. Oh man.
Oh my god, let's go.
Ben with the whale bay of his life. But a slight PB, but oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was very good. So now Nordic, for the first time, outside of not picking or banning, will get to pick a course. That's interesting. That's really cool. Good job, Ben. In Nordic, opting for Jungle Falls car, which I actually really enjoy watching.
Oh yeah, it's a fun track to play and watch until everything goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen.
Yeah.
A bit easier than other tracks, but overall, it's I would say it's a relatively if you know what you're doing.
Yes. Like watching someone who's good at this track play it, it's incredible. I am nowhere near. Both of them have very, very good PPs, and I'm not very good at this track, so it's gonna be fun to see, especially Nordic, who I know is very good at. He's very good with holding boosts in car, and just knowing how to contain the speed very well. So we're off. Both players grabbing, Ben grabbing 4 and Nordic grabbing 5 bananas. I'm not sure how the boost went, but they're not super far apart. But Ben, I'll actually say that Ben did pretty good there to not let himself get super out of control, even though he is very far behind because of it. Grabbing all those bananas. Oh man, and Nordic having some very big difficulties, but it will allow Ben to catch up, at least kind of in the lap. Instead of being down a lot, he's only down by a few seconds now. If Nordic has another bad time here, which he does not, so he will finish it out.
With the 41.
Yeah, so one notable thing that Nordic did there was he was using the lip of the lake to fly and kind of turning sideways to control himself, so he could kind of glide right into the last boost, which is just a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, using I love the curve tracks. At the same time I hate them where you kind of use the terrain to your you have to use the terrain to your advantage, because a lot of the time it could be difficult, but this is one of the easier ones.
And so Ben going right back to hover, right back to comfort. He's playing. We got Walrus Cove hover for our 12th pick. So we have 2 more. Let's go. This is a fun. I enjoy Walrus Cove hover quite a bit. And it's fun to watch a high level. I just think high level hover is just so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely high level.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like any skill level in this game is fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. So both players are going to go for their bananas there. I think Nordic did get all three. Ben having some problems with some bonds, but he's not too far behind to start. They're both going to grab bananas there. Both players going to have a decent time going through. Nordic only a few seconds, maybe less than a second behind actually. Yeah, that was a great boost for both players. So 34 for Ben, 33 for Nordic. Less than a second apart.
Yeah, only by wood, so Ben
About a half
playing it.
second. Oh yeah, this is a track I think Ben's played quite a bit. He did have a little trouble there. Oh, missed the boost. And Nordic had a really good boost, so Nordic's gonna pull ahead a little bit more. But Ben's doing a great job just keeping up, honestly. Oh, he does manage to sneak that boost. Nice, so 31 laps.
Both having a 31, and
Wow.
less than 0.2 code.
Wow, so less than 2 seconds apart. If Ben has a good lap here, and Nordic makes a mistake, I could easily see Ben taking another one here. But Nordic's playing, but both plays. Oh my gosh, both playing so well.
Yeah, this is some really good play for both.
Wow, he's gonna finish like 2 seconds behind Nordic only, like less than 2 seconds.
A 136 to it was a Nordic had a 135.
Something like that. That was insane. That was very good for both players. That was very good for Ben. Yeah, 35. Last one. Let's make it good.
Yeah, that was a good. And Ben just asking if he has the Star City have a world record yet.
Oh man, are we gonna? Okay, so we're gonna go to Star City Hover. Okay. Getting a world record in a one try. If that happens, I will. I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably freak out.
If a world record happens in a one try, I will do keep playing all characters.
Oh my gosh, playing percent all characters. Good luck.
No, just all characters.
All characters.
Just pure torture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat those woods.
Yeah. I haven't promised anything because I don't want to do something. I don't want to put myself in a bad spot. Alright, so we're gonna start here. So both players implementing the strategy, Nordic doing it just a little better.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Against the wall.
Yeah, Nordic actually had a little bit of some issue getting Oh no, Ben had the right idea, but he just missed the zipper. So Nordic already pretty far ahead. Probably a couple of seconds right now. So it's at 31 lap. So Ben is Nordic's 3 seconds ahead. Gosh, Nordic. Oh my gosh. Both players opting to go for the jump, to go for that risky jump where you can possibly lose you could possibly hit into the you can fall off the if you fall off here, it's gonna be very difficult for either player if they fall off to come back and win. But Nordic's still like quite far ahead, and he didn't fall off there. So let's see, Ben's gonna go for it again likely. He gets it. He actually got a pretty nice jump there.
Maintained his speed pretty well.
Yes. Oh, he missed the boost. Some people actually will opt to just go over that without even trying so they can maintain speed.
And Nordic with a 130.
That's very good. and Ben's gonna finish with the 136. Or sorry, 138 rather. So Ben again with, he says, a real PB.
39:01, 32 flat.
Yeah, so congrats. That's pretty good on the PBs.
Crap, that just beat my 3 lap.
Oh. Okay,
Oh.
so I think at least one person's Nordic's gonna join. Hello, Nordic.
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So yeah, you had some I just want to know how good your plane was in one try. That was crazy. My gosh, the TC plane and the AL plane just blew my mind. Like,
Yeah.
you seemed a lot less you seemed like less prone to make bigger mistakes today. I don't know whether you just kind of prepped for it by doing like some good one tries offline or on stream. Oh, welcome, Ben.
Hello. Hello.
GG's. And
Hello.
I will say to Ben, congrats on taking a point off Nordic.
That was impressive. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, so in case, I don't know if Ben knows what happened, but Nordic missed the last zipper on lap 1.
Oh.
So he's just kind of behind from the start. He did almost catch up. You had some very nice catch up, Nordic.
Yeah, but you also had more bananas, so it was
Yeah.
hard to catch up.
Yeah.
Good pick, dude.
Potassium deficiency is
Oh,
not
yeah.
a good thing.
I honestly only wanted to pick like all other tracks.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
I was sad when you didn't pick the one track that I love, that I've never seen you play. I've never seen you on Crescent Island Hover, and you have a top 10 time, and you didn't pick it.
I don't want to see that track.
Does
Nah,
anyone
I'm
does
the only
anyone
one.
want to play that track?
No,
Crescent
not
Island?
really, but
Exactly.
just to get a time on it, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that was a fun race. Got to see a lot of high level hover, a lot of high level planing car.
Yeah.
So
I was
Hmm?
I was playing way better today, and dang, I'm really impressed that you still beat me at wheelbase still.
Yeah.
If I played like yesterday, you would have gotten like 4 or 5 points, I guess.
You should have.
Okay.
yeah, man. But gosh, you guys scared me on Star City Hover with those boosts a couple of times. I thought that somebody was gonna fall, even though
Did you get the record?
no.
Oh, come on.
Man, Black for not getting a world record in a one try.
I was 6
Yeah.
seconds off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lame, Nordic. Like, why can't you ever be good at this game?
Not in one prize. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's a very competitive hover track. That's like gone back and forth between Stacy, Nordic, and Obayo.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna about do it for the match. Again, GG's to both of you guys. PBs for Ben, taking a point off Nordic, and
Yeah.
I think Ben has a match tomorrow against Andy Panther at 3 p.m. That's gonna most likely decide who will take second place. And Ben already coming in with an extra point than Andy, because Andy was not able to take any points yesterday. He was very close a couple of times, but so
Yeah. So I'm off to the gas station getting some popcorn for tomorrow.
yes. And then,
Oh yeah, tomorrow is
'cause-
gonna be a really good one.
because Nordic has already clinched the first seed. You do have one more match though, so good luck for that for both of you, and thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Dr. Fish, and thank you Peaks for commentating with me.
Yeah, we got, and coming up in an hour, we got Mario Kart Double Dash. So stick around if you and for some more racing games action.
Yeah, more time trials in about an hour. Thank you guys very much. See you later.
See you guys. GG's to our runner. Thank you to our host. Thank you to our viewers for. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Alright, peace out.
Bye.